Hello everybody. We are just leaving York Care Center in Fredericton. My father is there. So we drove, approximately an hour and a half, and it'll be an hour and a half back for a 15-minute visit. Said he was tired, kicked us out. But what are you going to do? That's all part of looking after your folks. Anyway, we got there and everything was great. He's in a good mood, and then all of a sudden he gets tired. Well, when we got there, he was nowhere near his room. We couldn't find him at all.
Had to track him down.
And he was way down at the other wing, sitting in the sun in someone else's room by the window sleeping. So
He looked comfortable.
he did look
It's nice
comfortable.
and warm.
I'll give him that.
Nobody was in there.
No, that's right. He was having a great day.
Seemed to be, yeah.
What's wrong with this mother? Okay. There we go. That's a little better view for you, everybody. I know you're
Very
excited.
exciting. Very exciting.
Might even get a shot of Jenny here today.
No, I don't think so.
She did her hair, so
No.
it's looking pretty good. So we are in Douglas, almost. Fredericton, going into the Douglas area, the back way. We're gonna go to the farm, Coburn Farms. Now this is a farm that's a great big chicken egg producer. And they've got a farm store out front, so you go in there. It's 24/7 too. It's not manned. You just go in there, you leave money in the slot. They've got $4 a dozen double yolker eggs.
It's amazing.
It's an amazing place. They've got sausages, home done sausages. They've got bacon, butcher bacon in there.
Cheese, preserves,
Cheese.
pickles.
And Coburn hats. A little bit of swag in there. So it's interesting. They got, stuff you'd think that they'd have at a farm store, the apple ciders and all that stuff. We go there once or twice a year and get ourselves, a pumpkin at Halloween. And I don't think we've ever been there during the Christmas time.
No.
But we should. Anyway, it's a great little place. So we're going to go there on the way back and get ourselves some eggs, because they're our favorite eggs. And they're just massive. You can't even get the carton shut. They have to use elastics to shut the carton on the eggs. So I'm turning around here so you can see. Oh, can't see. You can just see your shoulder. You escaped. Shirley is a comely lass.
A what?
That means pretty girl in Scottish.
Oh, okay.
Bonnie lass.
Bonnie lass. Heard that.
She's a goodie. That ought to give me a couple more views.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right, I'll spare you my face. Driving in the big Dodge here today. Twin turbo 2025 Beauty. It's pretty good. It only costs $1,000 a month. Nothing too exciting to see this time of year. Different farms. It's just farm country out here in Douglas. It's along the St. John River, Keswick Ridge area. Right now we're on the north side of the river. Of course, we'd have to cross back over to the south side to get back to St. Stephen, which we will. Yeah, so Dad was asleep when we got there. Then we took him on a little wheelchair tour. Not that he doesn't do it himself, but we took him back to his room, and Jennifer gets him some chocolate and some chips. Opens a thing of Diet 7-Up for him there, and so we go on. He just turns around and leaves us standing there in his room. He just took off. And he gets out in the hall and he couldn't remember where he was there for a second. He says, "Where am I going?" So I guess we're going on a walk there, Dad. So away we went. We went on tour for a while. Then he tried to go into this other guy's room that was sleeping there because he wanted to talk to him. And we had to Jennifer stood in the doorway and barred him from going in there until I got him turned around in his chair, and we went around the place a couple of times. He said hello and this and that. We went back to his room, and we got into his room, and I was going to put him beside his window where he could look out the window, and wasn't that sunny in his room today through the window. He was on the wrong side, but anyways, he said he was tired, and then I said, "Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to have a nap?" And he said, "Yeah." So we put him in his bed there, and he started looking for Mom, asking where Mom was, and of course Mom's passed on for a year and a half now. And so that was kind of sad. It's never fun to watch your dad get all misty and stuff, but I mean, that's part of the game when you're looking after your folks. So I started looking for her, and what he likes to do is just sort of go off to sleep and nap and stuff and get her out of his head. And then I think that's why he likes going around his wheelchair around, seeing other people in there and everything.
Well, they try to put him in his wheelchair because he gets lots of exercise and it makes him tired.
Yeah. Dad's not someone you want to not be tired. So they're, they get him tired out and stuff. And he was wearing somebody else's pants today. That's the other weird
Again.
thing. We had no idea, but there are women's. They weren't Lululemon, but you know what I mean. They were
Knickers.
Women's stretchy knickers. A black pair. And that's how you know your parents somewhat gone. They have no idea what they're wearing. What?
You don't either.
what they had for breakfast. He's got no clue. But I mean, he's happy. About 75% of the time, at least he's happy. Stuff, but he was wearing some women's pants. I think the time before this, we went in there and he was. What do you have on?
Some purple pair of women's slacks.
Maybe he's got a girlfriend in there. I don't know. They just can't get their own clothes back on. But he had another purple women's pair of pants on the last time we were in there, and a woman's hat sitting on his nightstand, and his hat was missing. We have no idea where that is. That's still gone. And
Janelle and I had to return glasses one time.
Oh, yeah,
they weren't his.
He had a pair of glasses that weren't his.
I can't imagine the nursing home staff, how much stuff they have to bring back to other rooms.
That'd be half your job.
Yeah.
Down there. I mean, the pants.
They're so used to it, they don't even.
No, I mean they're labeled and everything, but
yeah,
socks and pants and shirts are all labeled. It's just hard to get a handle on them. And he very may well have traded hats with some lady in there.
Probably.
And he's gone into somebody's room and grabbed their glasses while they were sleeping off their nightstand or something, put some on his face.
Yeah. Did that with a watch too. We had to return that.
Yeah, he was wearing some watch that wasn't his. You think you got to think of it in such a way where they're two. Their mind is 2 years old. He has no idea he's doing this. I mean, who would do that if they're in their right mind? They wouldn't do it. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that was a funny visit. So There's 3 hours of driving I'll never get back. But it's funny. Now, sometimes you go in there and you're just not in the mood to be there. And he'll keep you there all day. You just never know. Like, I'm fine with this. I mean, I don't mind a 15-minute visit because it's not fun in there. It smells. It's just disturbing old people in there. Some things are disturbing.
Like what?
Well, that woman today,
What?
we were going by, she was sitting there. Even the other old people in the wheelchairs were scattering away from her. She was sitting there, the poor old doll. She was sitting there crying, "Oh, I can't stand it. I can't see." And she was screaming out random things, and everyone's looking at her like,
Aww.
I know, it's
sad.
terrible. It's not funny, but it's funny. I remember one time I was working security at one of our local hospitals. It might have been Chalmers in Fredericton. I don't know. Anyway, I go up to the Alzheimer's type ward there because you have to do your rounds in all the wards. So anyways, I was just a young feller back then. I must have been about 20. It was one of my first jobs.
Where? The Chalmers?
Must have been the
I was
regional.
going to say, no, you weren't 20 at the Chalmers.
Must have been the regional in St. John. But anyways, wherever it was, I go into the Alzheimer's ward. Getting Alzheimer's myself.
Yeah.
It's early Alzheimer's isn't all it's cracked up to be. So I go into the Alzheimer's ward, and there's this lady sitting there rocking forward and back on her chair. Today. She's screaming it over and over, and I'm like, tomorrow. I'm out of there. I couldn't believe it. It's just when something electrical goes wrong in somebody's mind, like old people's minds say. It's disturbing. If you're not used to it, it can be disturbing. It's also sad. It's also kind of funny. So thankfully, this video is almost over.
Thankfully.
All right. You get home, you better get your arse upstairs for some discipline. So we're coming up on Coburn's farm store. I'll just show you the outside of that before we go in. No, we can't go in without permission. I know what you're thinking. I'd like to take you in there, but it's weird. You know, someone else is in there especially. People don't like it. Been hooked on Clearwater Seafood. Holy jumpins. Here we are. This is Coburn Farm on the right. This is Farms, but you see that green sign hanging right there? Coburn's. This is the little shop. And you go in there and you get all sorts of farm supplies, eggs and cheese, and it's good stuff. So we're gonna go do that. Thank you very much for joining me today. I had to film something.
He had to.
I had to. Anyway, thank you very much. If you like this sort of stuff, boring driving around, daily blogs and stuff, just give me a holler, give me a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.